Oh, girl, it is Coach Jamila, and we are about to get real up in here today. We are talking about how to stop being bitter after an unwanted divorce or heartbreak, divorce, whatever. Okay, so let's understand and know this that if you have gone through a divorce and it wasn't something that you wanted, perhaps you feel like you were done wrong, and perhaps you were. You're no doubt feeling hurt. You have a lot of anger. You're maybe feeling heartbroken, all totally justifiable feelings. So now that the relationship is over, you have to start the healing process. And it is a process. And just like when you lose a loved one, you have those stages of grief. This is a grieving process. You're experiencing a tremendous loss, life as you know it, your marriage, even though no matter what the condition of the marriage was, when you get married, you become one flesh. And when you get divorced, you're ripping apart that. And so even if the marriage wasn't good, it still hurts a lot. And so you have got to grieve it because it is a loss. It's a change, it's a shift, it's over. And there are many phases, to this process. Well, one of the phases that you'll get through or get to when you're going through this process of healing is I don't even need no man. I don't need no man. If it's like this, if I don't, I'm fine. I can do me all day long and whatnot. I don't. Okay, you can get to that phase. What can happen though is you can get stuck there and just have this bitter, angry, negative attitude towards men, towards marriage, towards love, the whole thing, and become kind of cynical about it. And so if that's your attitude, what that means is you're still in the healing process. You haven't finished. You're stuck. You have to keep going. You have to keep working through that pain and keep, you just got more work to do. You have to heal more. You have to grieve more. And then you've got to get real with yourself about what you're upset and so angry about. What was so great about that relationship? What are you really sad about? Is it the truth or is it an idea that you're mad about? Or was there a betrayal? Was there an injustice? Is that what you're upset about? Do you feel like, justice hasn't been done or served or whatever? What is it? You've got to get to the bottom of that and then deal with it. Because you ought to be moving through the bitterness phase and on to the acceptance phase. And when you get there, it's not saying that you're not still going to be angry. It's not saying that you're not still going to feel like, man, that was, not right. No, but what it means is that you are no longer blaming all men or the arrangement of marriage for what happened in yours. The truth and the reality is, if we really get real and honest with ourselves, we probably made a bad choice. We didn't choose the right person. We didn't do our due diligence, or we didn't listen when we were warned. And so really, we're just seeing the long-term consequences of a decision we never should have made. And that's not always the case. That's not always true. But what I'm saying is you have to be real and honest with yourself at the end of the day. Okay? And once you come to that realization and you recognize that, then you have to accept the fact that all men, it's not all men, and it's not marriage itself. It's just a choice and decision that I made, and thus mine didn't work out well because it wasn't the right match. Or maybe there were some other circumstances involved, and if there was any type of abuse, emotional, physical, or substance, hey, you needed to part ways. Hello. But the fact of the matter is, once you realize the reality, okay, that it wasn't everything, that it was just a choice and a decision, then you can move through and heal and come to the place to where you're like, okay, I get it. I did make a bad choice, but and you know what? I'm working on me. I'm going to get to the bottom of those things that I need to change about myself. So, I don't do this again. I don't continue to repeat this. But now, now what? Right? What do I do now? I don't get it. Or maybe you go, or yeah, okay, I get it. There's nothing wrong with marriage. There's nothing wrong with all men. I know if I really do my work, I can attract and find the right man for me. It's just a matter of deciding if I want to be with someone or if I just want to be alone. Because you may come through that process, totally have no more issues with marriage or men, and say, but you know what? I'm going to just be single and do me for a while. I just am enjoying this. I've maybe never been single before. I'm enjoying getting to know myself, doing whatever I'm wanting to do, not having to consider another person. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly your right and your choice. But you just want to make sure that it is a choice that is made from a place of acceptance and not having any sort of bitterness, resentment, or negativity toward all men or marriage or relationships or love, because none of those things did anything to you or made your life or situation the way it is. You made some decisions. Your ex made some decisions, did some things that weren't right, and now you're in the situation and the circumstance that you're in. But it doesn't mean you have to stay in that place. But you have to get past it. You have to keep moving. So my advice to you is, if you're stuck in the bitterness phase, keep doing the work. Keep going, girl. Keep going. Don't get stuck there. No matter how you end up a empowered, happy single woman or looking for a new mate, a new husband, either way, you have to get through this phase. Now, if you need help getting through that phase, or you feel like, okay, I want to be in a new relationship, but I'm not exactly sure what to do, then I absolutely want to invite you to come join my Facebook group, Get Real and Heal, Life After an Unwanted Divorce, really how to find love again. I'll put the link in the comments below. Please like this video, subscribe, comment if you have any thoughts or questions, and I look forward to seeing you here again.